I think it's a very unlikely scenario, obviously, but then again, you have to suspend disbelief if you like John Wick. And that's what I said in my Ballerina review. I know a lot of people are going to give female type John Wick movies the complete chop of the axe and just disregard them as, oh, she's 120 pounds. Who the fuck is she going to take down? That's not the point. The point is to submerge yourself for a couple of hours in this surreal world. You think these people really exist with all these unlimited ammo and No, dude. This is the reason why you play video games, right? Why most people play video games is to escape reality. Stop comparing shit to real life. I don't get why people do this when they watch these movies. But I know there is a subsect of incels that don't want to see women fight or anything like that. Man, Ballerina should have been Ana de Armas in the kitchen, making me a sandwich and doing my laundry while I stream online World of Warcraft. Give me my Tostitos, Ana de Armas, and don't give me any lip, or else I'm not gonna do anything because I'm weak and pathetic and I'm not an alpha male. I'm a fucking beta. But she doesn't need to know that. The world doesn't need to know that. Shut up, dude. This is a fucking movie, dude. Stop it. And Ballerina was awesome. So I did like the movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was higher up than what I thought would be on a list like the John Wick world. The kills just kept getting more and more brutal as the movie. So anyways, now we're projecting by the end of this weekend, tomorrow, 26 to 30 million. Lilo and Stitch is still killing at the box office in its second or third week. I'm not really sure if it might be the third week. 32 million to 34. Okay. Now, it may seem like an okay opening or not. I mean, like us that follow the movie numbers, this is not an okay opening for a movie of this gravitas as far as like, so it needs to make over 200 million to be a box office success. So if you guys don't know by now, a movie needs to make 2.5 or times 3 its budget to be profitable, to be successful. All right. Now, we don't know the international numbers yet, but domestically, it looks like it's going to be around 25 to 30 mil, which is not good. I thought it would do more based off of the John Wick name. Now, the movie has a budget of, where is this? Okay. Reportedly over $80 million budget. That's where it can't start looking at things. Okay. Mainly because it underwent extensive reshoots. Okay. This is where people try to hide the budget. I'm talking about studios. They hide the budget. That's why I was outraged when everybody online was like, no, Captain America, A Brave New World had a $180 million budget. They did not even account for the reshoots, guys. That's why us that really follow the numbers, all this shit matters. And they're like, well, why does it matter? It matters because when you start putting out numbers of it, what it finally made, you're like, oh, this is successful. Not if you account for the reshoot numbers, which is like an extra $50 to $80 million, especially if you're doing a Marvel movie. Now, if you're doing a huge movie, like an action movie, like a John Wick, which it's over a 2-hour movie, and you have John Wick, and you have multiple locations, and you have a lot of practical effects, and you have a lot of hand-to-hand choreography, combat, 80 to 90 million is actually low. Because I believe, were the John Wick movies, I believe like $100 million? Let me see, actually, what we're at. But even for a side movie, I expected a little more. I believe, let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, what? Oh, these were extremely... So the first John Wick had a budget of 20 to 30 million? Keanu must have took a price cut on that. John Wick Chapter 2 was 40 million budget. Chapter 3 was 75 million. Okay, that's when they almost doubled the budget. I was going to say, I think because I remember hearing the last one had a $100 million budget. Okay, the Chapter 4, which I recently just saw, which was great, $100 million budget. Okay, so this one has an $80 million budget. So almost the same budget as Parabellum Part 3. So it's going to need to make, 2.5 to be successful. Now, can it do that? I think to even have reached that number, 200 million, it would have had to hit 50 million plus opening, like 50 to 60 million domestic opening. At this trajectory, I don't see that happening. I think it's going to do maybe another 100 mil worldwide or international, and it's going to be about 130, 150. Yeah, it's going to underperform. But that doesn't mean necessarily it's a bad movie. A lot of movies that have underperformed this year for me were my favorite movies. I mean, Thunderbolts was a really good movie to me. People still clown me for that. I don't give a shit. It underperformed. I think it made less actually than Captain America. So Marvel's not doing really well this year. We'll see what happens with Fantastic Four. I'm not looking. Honestly, to me, I'm not even really invested in Fantastic Four, but I'm probably gonna go see it. I did not watch the Lilo and Stitch live action. We will probably catch it on streamer. But yeah, science of movies.